How many of you know how to check for your co-op? There's two ways you could do it. The first way is you can click my partner link here, and of course, don't, stress out if it says $0. There's going to be three different drop-down menus. In the first drop-down menu, make sure you select your proper MPN ID. The second one is the most important, and you need to select Cloud Solutions Provider. It's going to say Hosting Co-op, just ignore it, and scroll down to Cloud Solutions Provider for me. So that's one of the easiest ways here, and you should see it here on slide 9, is by the filtered by. So you would select the MPN ID, fund category, and make sure you have the proper usage period. So if it does say $0, it's either two things. Either A, you don't have your extended legacy silver gold or your solution designation, or B, you just haven't hit that 10K threshold, and that's completely okay. So in the second way you can look for it is simply clicking the home, click incentives, and then you would simply click the program view, and then it would properly pull it up from there. So that's the two easy methods. Again, the link is always the easiest method, and I encourage everybody to utilize that.
And I'll give a little more context here as well, Josh, just because I think, you referenced at the beginning, why is this one of the most underutilized programs? It's because it's complicated sometimes to even understand what you earn, right? This is part of the reason I was encouraging everybody, take a look at your earnings and break down. You can actually filter by just co-op. And this is what I've actually done for several partners in the past, and identified an extra $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 in rebates, because some of those incentive dollars actually moved to a different program that wasn't readily available on the first check, right? Because what you'll notice here in these three different drop downs, what are they? That first drop down where it says location, you might have 5, 6, 7, 8 different partner organizations underneath your primary MPN. And so what you're going to have to do is you're going to want to make sure you check every single one of those inside of all of these different programs, because that second drop down fund category is the different programs that you would be earning rebates for. Vast majority are typically under Cloud Solution Provider, right? These are all of your typical Azure, Modern Work, Security, BizApps rebates. But there's also a couple others that are a little different there. So for example, one of them that's the typical baseline is hosting co-op. A lot of people don't know what that is. Microsoft has a hosting incentive for Azure, and all of those rebates go only to that specific dropdown. So if you never select it, you'll never see you even have those dollars. For other partners, you might be very invested in selling Surface devices. If that's the case, there's also Surface rebates that go into some of the other fund categories in there. So again, I would highly suggest take a look, take the 20, 30 minutes, or have us do that for you to actually check every single one, because you'd be surprised. I mean, I found 20, 30, 40, $50,000 extra people were completely oblivious to in the past just because they didn't check. And so again, I'm just encouraging you, take a look at your earnings, break everything down, know where every dollar, every cent's going, because it's your money. You earn that money. You drove that business. You might as well leverage it to its fullest extent. So